Welcome to this video on the floor and the framework, which explores what education is for and how to build it, a society built on and. The philosophical foundation of this framework is the idea that education is the cultivation of people who can stay in a room with complexity without demanding its premature resolution. The current system contrasts with this philosophy by organizing around a singular, acceptable student. Our philosophy, however, views obsessions as the fuel for genuine inquiry and learning. The structural critique identifies three core issues. First, funding is tied to zip codes, making school quality dependent on neighborhood wealth. Second, standardized testing measures preparation that wealth makes possible, sorting students. Third, the school-to-prison pipeline criminalizes childhood behavior through zero-tolerance policies. The curriculum is often a curated consensus reality, a non-neutral selection. Excluding knowledge as an add-on maintains the problem. Indigenous knowledge, feminist epistemology, and the history of labor are integral, not supplemental. A student who learns only the consensus version receives an incomplete education. Early childhood education is where building matters most. Evidence from projects like the Perry Preschool and Abecedarian shows consistent, positive life course effects. The argument is that universal pre-K from age 3 is a precondition for educational success, especially for children from low-income families. For teachers, the core principle is to bring everything you know into the room and give it completely. Teachers must be autonomous and trusted to follow students' threads of inquiry. This requires a change in the current accountability architecture, which currently underpays teachers, especially where teaching is hardest. Universal design and neurodiversity promote a shift from accommodation to design. Instead of building for the median, we ask, what if we built differently from the beginning? This involves multiple means of representation, expression, and engagement. The neurodiversity reframe sees the mismatch between the student and the system as a design problem, not a student problem. Education is deeply connected to historical grief, seen in the boarding school system and the miseducation of Black children. Restorative justice must include an educational component, giving genuine authority over education to affected communities, not the dominant system adding a supplementary unit. A transformed classroom features content that includes the full human record, teaching that follows obsessions, and assessment that focuses on what the student knows and needs next. Critically, the room is built to hold everyone, acknowledging the diverse histories and learning styles of all students. The transition to this framework, a society built on and, requires adequate funding and genuine participation from affected communities. The destination is a public school system good enough that no family needs a private option, making sufficiency a reality rather than an aspiration. Here is enough.